Did you know cutting one word from how you speak can make you sound instantly more promotable? After being promoted multiple times in my 13-year management career and helping other managers do the same, I've seen how this small language shift leads directly to promotions. And it starts by never saying the word maybe. So in this video, I'm going to show you what to say instead that will make your boss see you as ready for the next level without changing anything else. But before I show you how to make this simple shift, you need to fix a mistake that I used to make all the time, and it's one that quietly kills your credibility with your boss before you even say a word. So what is this promotion-killing mistake? To show you how this mistake works, I want you to imagine you're holding an ice cube and you're waiting for the perfect moment to drop it in your soda to cool it down, but you're not sure when because you don't want to water down your soda. Meanwhile, the ice is melting in your hand, and by the time you finally decide to drop it in, the soda is flat and the ice is just a sad splash of body temp water. That sounds silly, right? You would just immediately drop it in the drink. But that's exactly what I used to do in meetings. I'd think of something smart to say and then wait and rehearse it and perfect the wording, and while I was polishing that sentence in my head, boom, the moment's gone. So or someone else said it, or the topic changed. And here's the problem. Silence doesn't look thoughtful, it looks hesitant. And hesitation, that's a credibility killer. But when you show up with clarity and conviction in every meeting, your boss sees you as someone who is ready for more. So how do you do that? You need to speak before you feel like you're ready. I know it's tough, but if you wait for yourself to have confidence, you'll always be too late. Well, here's my method to speaking up in meetings before I feel like I'm 100% ready. Step number 1, I just make it a point to speak once in every single meeting. So say one thing that drives the room forward. Try something like, hey, this is what I'd recommend, or one thing we should consider is, or I think this is the most important decision we need to talk about today. Don't wait for the perfect words. Presence is what builds your power. And then step number 2, expect the fear, then speak anyways. That tension in your chest and your gut, well, that's not a warning. That's just a signal that means the moment matters. Use it. The goal isn't to feel fearless. It's to speak through the fear and train your voice to show up when it counts. The great Zig Ziglar used to say, everyone has butterflies. It's just getting those butterflies flying in formation. And then step number 3, earn your confidence through your preparation. Confidence isn't a personality trait, it's a byproduct of your preparation. Before any important meeting, spend one focused hour asking, what's the real decisions this group needs to make? Where can I move the conversation? And what's one idea that I'll push if no one else does? Doing this every single meeting will build up your confidence so that you can always speak up. And that's how you sound like someone who belongs at the table and someone who deserves a promotion. And if you deserve a promotion, hit subscribe. But here's the catch. There's certain words and phrases that completely unravel your authority and your chances of moving up. This was something that I struggled with for a long time, and I literally had no clue that I was doing it until someone finally pointed it out to me. And it kind of works like this. Imagine you're going on a road trip, and you punch in the destination and Siri's guiding you, but as you're driving, she starts second-guessing herself. You hear her saying something like, I think to turn left here, or maybe it's the next, like, hang on, wait, yeah, no, go back. Now you're stressed, you're squinting at every exit, and you're white-knuckling it like you're driving a getaway car. And even if Siri did happen to know where she was going, you probably wouldn't trust her anymore, right? Well, that's what it's like when you speak with hesitation as a leader. When your voice is full of and I thinks and maybes, your team starts to second guess you. And even if you're right, they won't follow you if you sound like you're guessing. And even worse, no one promotes a manager that sounds unsure. So what do you say instead to sound more confident and promotable? Well, here's my simple system that I've developed over the years for sounding clear and confident. Step number 1, identify weak language in your communication. So look for these common credibility leaks like, I think we should, or maybe this is off, but, or sorry, but. Anywhere you hedge, soften, or apologize, highlight it. And then step number 2, replace with decisive language. Upgrade every soft opener to something decisive and directive. Instead of saying things like, I think we should, say, we need to, or here's the move, or let's go with this approach. You're not suggesting, you're steering the conversation. And then step number 3, reinforce the upgrade everywhere. Make this your new default, not just in meetings, but in emails, your updates, your one-on-ones. Consistency builds credibility. The more clearly you speak, the more seriously you get taken. And this isn't about being loud. It's about being clear, consistent, and directional. That's what makes you sound like someone who's already operating at the next level. But there's one final move that separates the promotable from the replaceable, and most managers never learn it. But the ones who do, they're the ones everyone remembers after the meeting ends and earns the promotions. So how do you do that? Well, to show you how this works, I want you to tell me which of these two examples creates more of an emotional reaction from you. You ready? Option number 1, boil water, add salt, drop in the noodles, stir for 10 minutes, brown some beef, drain the grease, add sauce, simmer, grate cheese, plate it. And now option number 2, a steaming hot plate of spaghetti bolognese, tender noodles tangled in a rich, meaty sauce topped with a mountain of Parmesan. So which one of those got your noodle going? Exactly. One is a list of steps, the other is a result. When you talk to your boss or speak up in meetings, stop reciting the recipe and start serving the dish, because that's what people can see in their mind and that's what makes it memorable. So how do you do this? Well, here's how to make your voice actually land like a leader. Step number 1, stop listing everything you did. Your boss doesn't need a play-by-play, trust me. I get so bored so quickly when one of my managers starts telling me the whole freaking backstory. Skip the steps, skip the process unless it's critical to the story. Get on with it. Step number 2, lead with results. Start with the outcome. You want to say things like, the client signed the deal 10 days ahead of schedule, or customer churn dropped 10% since last month, or our backlog is finally cleared and the team is running clean. You want to start big and only explain if they ask. And then step number 3, prep all of your talking points like headlines. Before any meeting, you want to ask yourself, what changed because of me? And what does leadership actually care about here? Can I say this in one clear sentence? Because directors don't give updates. They deliver clarity, impact, and decisions. And that's how you stop sounding like someone who did the work and start sounding like someone who's ready to lead it. But even with this, there might be something else that's holding you back. And even though it feels right, it's costing you your promotion. And that's when you protect your employees. So go watch this video next, and I'll show you how protecting your employees is killing your shot at moving up and what to do instead to make sure your promotion is guaranteed.